Hello everyone, welcome back to Shruti's Psychology World. Today the topic is defensiveness. After criticism, now we come to defensiveness. How to handle a partner who is defensive, right? So in simple words, defensiveness is an attempt to defend oneself against a perceived attack. Right? If someone comes at you with a sword, what will you do? You will raise your shield or you will swing your sword back. This is the definition of defensiveness, meaning of defensiveness in simple words. But here we are talking about defensiveness in marriage. So in marriage, what is it? It means you are protecting yourself. What are you protecting? You are protecting your ego. When a spouse is defensive, he is protecting his ego. You know, we all have a primary psychological need. What is that? It means we want to be valued, we want to be likable, we want to be included in a group, we want to become appropriate group members. We want to justify our actions, the things we have done, and what we are as a person. So when we do something wrong, this psychological need is threatened. Then we become defensive, right? So it is your response to your spouse complaints, contempt or criticism. जब आपका स्पाउस आपके सामने कोई कंप्लेंट लेकर आता है या आपको कोई आपकी गलती रियलाइज़ कराता है कि ये ऐसे किया आपने, तो यू बिकम डिफेंसिव. तो ये आपका एक वेपन होता है, बिकॉज यू वांट टू प्रोटेक्ट योर ईगो. आप अपने आप को ये फील कराना चाहते हो दैट यू आर गुड. दैट्स व्हाई यू बिकम डिफेंसिव. बट it can only escalate conflict. You need to understand, it is never helpful in relationships. You don't do it for malicious reasons, but why do you do? Because you want to feel better at that particular time, so you become defensive. आपको communicate करने का और कोई तरीका नहीं आता, तो आप defensive हो जाते हो. But it makes your relation unhealthier day by day. It creates distrust between partners. And it can create a hostile and tense environment. घर का environment बहुत tense बना रहता है when a spouse is defensive. So you need to learn how to be non-defensive. आपको वो communication सीखनी पड़ेगी कि कैसे हम non-defensive तरीके से अपने spouse के साथ बात करें, right? So किस तरह से ये डिफेंसिवनेस काम करती है, किस तरह की कितनी फॉर्म्स होती हैं डिफेंसिवनेस की. सो फर्स्ट इज़ इनोसेंट विक्टिम. आप ये अपने स्पाउस को शो करते हो कि यू आर इनोसेंट. पुअर मी, मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. इट इज़ योर फॉल्ट. यू ऑलवेज सी नेगेटिव्स इन मी. You always find negative things in me. You never see my positive traits, my positive attributes, my strengths. You're wrong. But you play a victim card. मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. Right? So this is one form. Then counter-attacking. Counter-attacking, आपका spouse आपके सामने कोई complaint लेकर आता है. You respond to your spouse complaints with your own complaints. With your own complaints, right? Counter-attacking. For example, आपका spouse आपको कहता है कि recently you bought gadgets and they were pretty expensive, and now you bought a car. I was out of town and you bought a car, and this is a major purchase. तो spouse 2 कहता है, जो डिफेंसिव है वो उस बात को नहीं सुनता, बट ये कहता है what about you when you went on your shopping spree? I didn't say anything. You spent around $1,000 in one day. उसका क्या? तो counter attacking. Then you deny responsibilities. आप responsibilities नहीं मानते. This is also one form of this defensiveness. Then you make excuses. आप सिचुएशंस को ब्लेम कर देते हो, आप सिचुएशंस का नाम लगा देते हो. सर्कमस्टांसेस कि सिचुएशंस और सर्कमस्टांसेस ऐसी थी कि मुझे ये करना पड़ा, पर मेरी कोई गलती नहीं है, मेरी पर्सनली कोई गलती नहीं है. सो what I'm trying to say in defensiveness, you, instead of listening, instead of understanding your partner, you want to say that you are right. When you think you are right, जब एक spouse को लगता है कि वो ठीक है, then it is pointless to listen what your spouse has to say. आप सुनते ही नहीं हो. You ignore their points, their complaints, anything what they have to say. So that's why it is destructive. It is not helpful, right? It can only escalate conflict. You need to understand this. So because this topic is lengthy, I have divided into 3 parts. This was first part, and next parts we'll discuss its causes and its solutions, right? So stay tuned and keep watching Shruti Psychology World. right?